Hello everyone, today I'm going to be playing Oldergrown. It's a series by CakeIsALie. He's made a nice series that I'm going to be playing. Yeah, for starters, okay, so we have the truss here. Truss, I'm a big fan of truss. Yes, truss. There's some destructions, not that great. There's random old aperture panels. I mean, it is Oldergrown, so it's a mix of old aperture and new aperture, I guess. There's no frames on that. Dark bits, and the lights aren't really emitting light. Okay. Yeah. Come on, man. Really, man? Okay, not a fan of the pipes, honestly. Really? That was, okay. Portal gun on the ground, okay. Let's see. Why did you... Never mind. That's big check and curved ant lines. Okay. So, it's just simple cube and button base testing, I guess. No real puzzle. I mean, not like I can say anything about that since my most recent map is really simple puzzles too. I mean, this isn't his most recent map, and he's improved a lot. Like, throughout the series, we get to see a lot of improvement. And not really that consistent with the buttons, I guess. These ant lines really infuriate me. Like, a lot. I'll never look at you the same way again, Cake. Okay, so dark bits, I guess we're gonna go up there. Okay. Odd choices all around. Yeah, so it looks like we can't really get that companion cube. Were we above the previous puzzle? Yeah. The sky is pretty weird, I guess. Wow, what a Ratman den. Okay. There's a lot of bad things. What? Okay. Yes, not a fan of that. I'm just gonna give it an upvote anyways, though. Classic workshop browser mentality. Okay. On to part 2. Hopefully this is a lot better than part 1. Okay. Here we go. Elevator, I'm seeing. It's better. You can definitely see some improvement here. There's a light strip. It's moving away from the old aperture and just going towards regular overgrown, but can't really complain. It's not that bad of a thing. Okay, so I'm gonna grab the cube, and oh, there's just a hole here. The fact that there's no circular model there for the proper hole is pretty infuriating. Weird fizzler. Oh, that's it. Okay. So part 3. Judging by the thumbnail on part 3, I think we're gonna have an interesting time. Ignore the background noises. I don't know what they're doing. I am about to create World War III because of this map. I have so many questions as to what Cake was thinking here. We have giant beams, random pipes, it's overly bright, except then there's darkness in some spots, it's inconsistent. Okay, so let's bring the cube over to us. Okay. Okay, there's a cube here too. Okay, so, I think we can bring that cube, right? And there's command cube, the lag. Okay, so, let's just bring that cube. Okay. Wait, probably could have just, yeah, fizzlers are just attached to trusses. Those lights, I, can't say I'm a fan. The lag is... I'm deeply upset at this lag. Okay, I'm just going to skip to part 4 because, part 3 is not only horrible on the eyes, it's just not running at very great frames per second. Cake, I have no idea what you did on part 3, but I hate it a lot, and I think it should be burned in a fire. Salem witch trials. Alright, so already can see major improvement in both visuals and frames per second. Looks like we're gonna go here, and there's clean framework tiles, it looks like. Kind of like the pipes, I don't know, they're not making much sense, because these ant lines are pretty bad, because of all the curves and random dips and stuff. Like, the diagonal, why did you do that? Why? Okay, the random old aperture ant line, not a fan of that. Good, you clipped the floor. Okay. So, not a fan of the random old aperture ant line. Like I said, the framework, it should be dirty framework. And, let's just try to solve this puzzle while I critique your map to every single little detail. So, yes, I don't like how there's just random turned off bits cage light. Should I pronounce it bits, like it's BTS behind the scenes? But bits just sounds so, like... Oh. Wait a minute. Oh. Cake, my man, you forgot to make the goo kill objects. I am holding the sacred beach ball. See how it just... Incredible. No. This is infuriating. I've said that a lot because, you know, you did some quite odd things here. Okay, I like how, like, you can put water on the ball. Okay, so, let's go. Let's go. I don't know what's with all the random turned off cage lights, but I hate them. Also, like I said, the clean frameworks. The cube destruction is fine, but these clean frameworks. I don't know why you didn't just do the door, but I guess we're going up here now. Okay. Okay. Random curves. You got a lot of random curves that just make no sense. Or not curves, like diagonal. And okay. By the way, in that last map, there was scaled plastic textures that looked really weird, and I don't know if I can respect you ever again. Okay, we're back to scaled plastic textures. I guess we're going down there. Alright. It's a lot better, but yeah, why are the framework clean? Please, man. Okay, so got this weird looking ramp that has an eye bleeding texture compared to the textures around it. The cube destruction is quite nice, not gonna lie. Really reminds me of the game Cube. For those of you who haven't played it, it's Cube spelled Q-U-B-E. Pretty nice game. Definitely check it out. Yeah. Reminds me of the sequel Cube too. So, yeah, there's plants in here. Just, you can tell it's the same style as the one previous to it. It's like, you can tell it's the sequel. Unlike 3, 2, and 1, which will just... Okay. There we go. Once again, these clean frameworks, which have no clipping, they're just so out of place. Definitely should have just used the overgrown skin. You're a silly man, Cake. You're a silly, silly man. Okay, so do I abuse the blocks? Yes, I do. I'm noticing up there that you used those behind the scenes pellet, I think it's the catcher. You're using them as satellite dishes, which I find pretty interesting. Okay. I don't know why that random catwalk is there. It's pretty short, makes no sense, but who am I to complain? Just kidding, I'm gonna complain a lot because I'm critiquing worse than Triplicate ever could. I'm glad you're using floor textures for once, but for the white surfaces you used wall textures, and it's inconsistent and makes me upset. Okay. So we have an outdoors area, that's pretty nice. Got enough decals on your wall, man? Okay. Finally, time for part 6. Okay, so right away we have much better lighting. Cool, the door glow is gone. Okay, so it's a little bit laggy, but that's just due to my laptop being a potato. Let's climb the ancient destroyed stairs. Is very nice compared to the other maps. For once, I can actually look at it. Just kidding, of course. Actually, I can't really say that, because, you know, part 3 was a giant embarrassment and a stain on your reputation. Alright, that's it? Okay. There you go. Out the door. That was pretty nice. Part 6 was a lot shorter than the rest of them, but I can't really complain since the visuals were absolutely on point compared to the previous experiences. Yeah, like I said, it's much better than part 6 is absolutely a huge jump and like vast improvement. The clean square beams were one thing that absolutely threw me off of parts 4 and 5, I believe. The usage of the catcher model as a satellite dish is pretty unique in my opinion. I say too much. There was a little bit of decal overuse in that one part that I had pointed out previously. Parts 1 through 3 are just awful. And you can totally see the vast improvements that had happened. Overall, it's like looking at a mapper slowly improving. Beginner to expert.